May it please the Court. Your Honour, I appear on behalf of the applicant, Ms. April Morris, who seeks bail in relation to two charges. Aggravated home invasion under Section 77B of the Crimes Act 1958 Victoria, and possession of drug dependence under Section 73 of the Drugs, Poison and Controlled Substance Act of 1981 Victoria. Your Honour, aggravated home invasion is a Scheduled 1 offence under Section 4A of the Bail Act 1977 Victoria. Accordingly, Ms. Morris must first establish that exceptional circumstances exist to justify the granting of bail. Under Section 4 of the Bail Act, a person accused of an offence is entitled to be granted bail unless the Act otherwise provides. However, because this is a Scheduled 1 offence, under Section 4A, the applicant must first show exceptional circumstances. Importantly, Section 4 also reflects the presumption in favour of bail. Consistent with Section 21 of the Charter of Human Rights and Responsibility Act of 2006 Victoria, which protects the right to liberty and ensures detention is not imposed without sufficient justification. If exceptional circumstances are shown, the onus then shifts to the prosecution under Section 4D to prove that the applicant presents an unacceptable risk, such as a flight risk, risk of reoffending, or interfering with a witness. Your Honour, the term exceptional circumstance is not defined in the Act, but it has been developed through case law. In R.E. Glory Hyde 2018 v. SC 393, the Court held that exceptional circumstances are to be assessed based on the totality of the case, a combination of factors that together make it exceptional. Further, in R.E. Asham 2005 v. SC 487, the Court found that strong community ties, lack of prior conviction, and prospect of rehabilitation can collectively amount to exceptional circumstances. When considering the totality of Ms. Morris's circumstances, we submit that exceptional circumstances clearly exist. Your Honour, Ms. Morris is 27 years old. She has one minor blemish, driving while suspended 5 years ago. No conviction was recorded. She lives with her partner Pauline in a stable 2-year relationship. She earns $125,500 a year in marketing, owns shares worth $75,000, and has savings exceeding $50,000. She was born and raised in Melbourne, maintains a strong social media presence where she is often regarded as an influencer, all showing deep community ties. She also has specific medical vulnerabilities, a severe allergy to penicillin and ongoing hay fever, both of which could be impacted in custody. Under Section 22, subsection 1 of the Charter, all person deprived of liberty has the right to be treated with humanity and respect. Given her medical needs, prolonged detention could compromise her health and well-being. Although she has been estranged from her parents, she has strong emotional and domestic support from her partner, providing stability. Your Honour, under Section 3AA of the Bail Act, the Court must consider the surrounding circumstances when assessing exceptional circumstances and unacceptable risk. These include the nature and seriousness of the offence, the strength of the prosecution's case, the accused's personal circumstances including age, employment and health, and the time likely to be spent on remand. Considering these factors, Ms. Morris presents as a low fly risk, with strong community ties and no prior convictions. She also poses minimal risk of reoffending, interfering with witness, or failing to comply with court order, directly assessing the prosecution's burden under Section 4D. In line with Section 21 of the Charter, the Court should interpret these circumstances in favour of liberty and the presumption of bail under Section 4. Your Honour, the defence acknowledges the police oppose bail, given the seriousness of the charge and Ms. Morris's past association with certain individuals. However, any perceived risk can be adequately managed through strict bail conditions under Section 5AAA. We propose residing at a current address, surrendering her passport and pilot license, complying with a 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew, having no contact with the victim or her childhood friends whom are associated in a gang, submit to drug testing if required, participate in ongoing drug counselling to demonstrate accountability and compliance, and provide voluntary compensation of approximately $3,000 for property damage as a gesture of remorse and commitment to rehabilitation. These conditions, taken together, adequately protect the community and address all potential risk. In summary, Your Honour, this is a Schedule 1 offence under Section 4A, but when the totality of Miss Morris's case is considered, her lack of prior conviction, strong community ties, stable connections, and income, exceptional circumstances are clearly met. The burden then shifts to the prosecution under Section 4D to show an unacceptable risk, which we submit they cannot. Further, granting bail upholds Miss Morris's right under Sections 21 and 22 of the Charter, stating that any deprivation of liberty is not arbitrary and that she is treated with humanity and dignity. For these reasons, we respectfully submit that Miss Morris should be granted bail subject to these proposed conditions. Unless Your Honour has any further questions, those are our submissions.